Bernard Hopkins versus Beibut Shumenov. I just watched this fight. Bernard Hopkins won by not unanimous decision. It should have been unanimous decision. He won by split decision. One judge had it for Shumenov. I don't know how, but I had Shumenov winning the first couple rounds just because his activity, but then Hopkins just took over. And just took him to school, and Hopkins is just way more skilled and way quicker, and way better reflexes, way better timing, and way better defense. And like I said, the hand speed and the coordination and the hand speed, the timing was just way better. And Shumenov didn't have an answer. Shumenov stuck with his same game plan, trying to land a left hook, not throwing punches in bunches, not teeing off on Hopkins when he's on the ropes. Didn't do any of that. Very patient Shumenov was, like he was waiting to counter Hopkins. Really bad strategy by him. Shumenov should get a trainer because he actually doesn't have a trainer. It was kind of cool that he didn't have a trainer and he got this far, and I thought that's impressive. But this performance, maybe a trainer would have been good. Maybe Freddie Roach for him would be good. But anyway, my two predictions for this was Shumenov by knockout or Hopkins would take him to school for 12 rounds and win decision. So it was either those two. And Hopkins definitely didn't go old overnight and can still perform at this level, at a high level at his age. But can he perform at the very elite level? And I mean facing like Kovalev, Gennady Golovkin, Adonis Stevenson. Can he face those guys? Anyway, he called out Stevenson at the end of the fight once Richard Schaefer and Al Heyman would have to make the fight happen. And definitely looking forward to that fight, Hopkins versus Adonis Stevenson. I think Hopkins could actually win that fight, but Kovalev, don't think so. Kovalev would knock him out, I think. But Adonis Stevenson, he'll have a better chance. So anyway, Hopkins, impressive performance. Very frustrating, boring fight for the most part, though. Frustrating because Shumenov's doing the exact same thing. Throwing one jab, a power jab, or the left hook, and none of it's landing. And he's just not throwing punches in bunches, and he didn't even adapt at all. He didn't even change his style. So Shumenov, definitely bad game plan, and I don't know what he was doing. And way slower than Hopkins. Hopkins, he just his stance, the way he moves in the ring is just graceful, and the way he moves, and he's just way more skilled than Shumenov was, and quicker, and the timing was way better by Hopkins. So impressive performance by Hopkins at his age, and impressive performance for even if he was 20. It's impressive to beat Shumenov. Shumenov's a good fighter. So anyway, Hopkins wins by unanimous decision. What did you think about Hopkins' performance? He dropped Shumenov too in what was it, the 11th round? I forget when he dropped him, but he dropped him with a jab and then a right hand right over the top and dropped Shumenov. Shumenov wasn't hurt, but Hopkins dropped him and was taunting Shumenov throughout the fight in the last rounds, putting his hands down, taunting him, and Shumenov just didn't have an answer and could not touch Hopkins. Frustrating it was to probably beat Shumenov, but frustrating to watch him miss, because Shumenov just wasn't throwing enough punches and wasn't throwing any combinations. He was just didn't like his performance, didn't like what he was doing. Too patient, waiting to box and counterpunch the counterpuncher, didn't like that. Hopkins, great game plan, waits on the guy, doesn't make it exciting, but wins the fight. Hopkins waits on you. So if you don't throw punches, he's not throwing punches. So he's pretty much like a big Floyd Mayweather, but anyway, if Mayweather and Hopkins ever fought, that would be probably the most boring fight in boxing history, because both of them would just be waiting. Anyway, good performance by Hopkins. He's 49 years old, 8 months away from turning 50, and got the WBA light heavyweight title. Now he has the IBF and WBA. So now he needs to get the WBO. He needs to get the WBO from Kovalev and the WBC from Adonis Stevenson to unify all the titles before 50. So anyway, well, he's not going to do that before 50, I wouldn't think, but he might get one more title before 50. But anyway, it was a boring fight, but impressive performance by Hopkins, and some of you probably like that kind of fight, though, so it's not my cup of tea, really, but it's good to watch. It's impressive to watch his skills and the way he graces the ring with just the way his stance, the way he moves. It is good to watch that, but it's not that exciting, though. Not many punches thrown, not any vicious punches thrown or vicious combinations thrown or anything like that. It's just kind of like a 1-2, a lead right hand and stuff like that. But anyway, it was an alright fight, boring in my opinion. But anyway, what did you think of their performances, and what did you think of the fight? Let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.